There has never been a better time than now to come join the Polio Foods team. Polio has a new contract in place with plenty of awesome perks for their employees. From increased wages, access to the free health clinic, vacation after 6 months, and much more, Polio Foods is committed to putting their employees first. For more information or to apply, visit policiofoods.com/careers. Take advantage of these great new employee benefits and join the Polio team today. Visit policiofoods.com/careers to learn more.
Well, happy Friday, everyone. And look who we found walking down the street, and we kidnapped her and made her come in.
That's what I do. I just walk down the streets in the middle of the day, you know.
Our sweet Amanda has found us again.
Yay.
We're so excited to see you.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time since you've been here, and shame on you because it's been too long.
I know.
So we can't do that anymore.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
And I love your shirt.
Thank you. I wore it in your honor. I knew you would be here.
I would have worn mine too, but it's not really bank attire.
It's probably not appropriate to wear to the bank.
No.
You're right.
No.
That's okay. So I can wear it in your honor.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're right. And we will be nice today.
That's right.
Yeah.
Be nice. Be nice every day.
That's right. Yes. So what the heck is going on?
Oh, October is a busy month. It is a busy month.
Like
there's lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, things going on.
I attended the Bob I Snuggle gallery opening last night at the Marquee.
Yes, and I have heard that exhibit is, as I didn't have any question in my mind, but it is amazing.
It is amazing. And, you know, it's so funny because Bob was on the board for years and years. You know, he was a beloved art teacher at Jackson High School for a number of years. And everybody kept saying, Bob, you need to do a show. You need to do a show.
Yeah,
and yeah, right? And he said, he was always like, I don't have enough pieces. I don't have enough artwork to have a gallery show. Let me tell you, that gallery is plumb full. It is so full of artwork. And it is like, there are a few people who are talented in like every medium. Like he does sculpture and he does, I mean,
rounded.
Yes.
Yes. Like typically if you go to an art show, it's all pencil or it's
all
acrylic or right. Something.
But no, it's all there and it's pretty amazing. I mean, pottery and sculptures and,
there it is.
Yeah. Scratchboard is what his favored medium is right now, but
now what does that explain that?
So scratchboard is, do you ever remember when you were a kid and you would like use crayons and then you would put like black paint over it and then you would draw like scratch off the black paint and there would be the color would come through?
Okay.
It's a similar concept.
Gotcha.
But what happens is it's a canvas that has like black or gold on it.
Okay.
And then he uses an X-Acto knife to scratch away the paint to create an image. And then he can add color by like putting more color on top of that and then scratching it away. And it's a very, very, to me, it'd be a very tedious thing. But if you have a mind, like an artist's mind like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
not
just amazing what he has done with those scratchboards.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it is. So it's pretty fantastic. So I really recommend if you have the time just to stop in the Marquee, take a look at what he has on the gallery show.
What are the hours on?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that.
The Marquee.
Courtney,
what are the hours of the Marquee?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 12 to 5.
I thought it was noon to something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm so glad you got to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of fun. And there was a great turnout, and he's just fabulous, and he's just such a great person.
I mean, you just love him.
So the picture of these hands here, that was scratchboard.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Yeah. So he just scratched away a little bit at a time, and I told Courtney, I said, with my luck, I'd be scratching and I'd go, oops.
Right, exactly.
Line across it.
Exactly. That'd be the end of that.
But then he explained that, I mean, those things do happen, but you just add more paint on top of it.
So you can
scratch. Yeah, you can scratch it again.
But see, you and I would be like, okay, we suck, we quit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
I'd be like, there's my stick figure.
Yeah, right. Exactly. No, and so that is super exciting. So please get to the Marquee.
Yeah.
Check out Bob I Snuggles
And the
exhibit.
And the Foothills Arts Festival is next week as well.
That's
so
right.
That starts Thursday night as the patrons event at Stockroom, at Park's Edge. So that will be
the Arts Festival at Park's Edge.
It is. It's at Park's Edge this year.
Not at Canner's Cave.
It's not at Canner's Cave,
Okay.
where it's been for decades now.
Yes.
And the thought process was that you'd be able to. People come in from out of town, and then they're at Canner's Cave, and then what do? There's nowhere to eat out there. So they're either going to go to Chillicothe or they're going to go to Jackson. Well, let's bring them to Jackson. Let's give them something else to do while they're here. They can go to the art show, and then they can go to dinner somewhere.
Yeah,
and maybe catch a show at the Marquee or at the movie theater or something else.
Yeah. Okay.
So and there's going to be a lot of artists there. Again, that starts next Thursday night and then runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So.
And you have the opportunity to buy art as well out there.
Absolutely.
Which is so cool. I have a beautiful, my mom bought it for me for Christmas. It was one of those where I was walking through and I'm like, I love that bowl. Mm-hmm. It's a pottery piece. And the next thing I know, a few months later, it's my Christmas present.
Right.
I was so excited about it.
Yeah.
And I have it. I look at it every day because I'm just like, I love that piece. And came from there.
Yeah.
And it means something to you.
It does. And again, there are artists, from every medium. So there's photography and there's sculptures and there's watercolor and scratchboard. And
if you have a bizarre, artistic eye, there's stuff for you.
Right.
If you are more mainstream, there's stuff for you.
If you're patriotic, there's stuff for you. I mean, there's
Yes.
just such diversity in the
Yes.
artwork there. Something for everybody. And there's snacks. I mean, they've got a food court. And
there's stuff for kids to do.
Stuff for kids to do, for sure.
Yeah.
And so, it'll be a good time.
Fun.
And the nice thing is that it's really convenient. So those people who, would want to stop in, but, they didn't want to drive out to Canner's Cave.
Correct.
Now you can just stop in Park's Edge and
nice
and convenient.
I'm dating myself. I can remember the art festival being at the winery.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I do.
And I think it was intense or something.
It was, and the reason I remember this is because my mom was on the Arts Council at that time, and she created some of the posters for it. So
I can remember that was
back in the 80s.
Yeah, we were just little tykes back then, but I can remember going out there, and it was a beautiful venue as well. But
but then it
out
just
of town.
outgrew it.
Yeah,
outgrew
definitely.
the winery, and then Canner's Cave was nice because it is the Foothills Arts Festival.
Well,
so it was
it's
right there.
gorgeous
in
out there. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You could go out there and hike and do all that stuff too. So, there's pluses and minuses to all of that. But this will be fun to try a new venue and see what happens. If it doesn't work out, then
absolutely
back out they go.
That's right.
Yep.
But I came to talk to you about Rotary events.
That's right. But then after we do that, we're going to talk about Squid Game.
Okay.
Because you're the only other person I know that's watched it besides me. And I haven't watched them all.
Oh, well.
Does it get crazy? It cannot get crazier.
Let me just tell you.
Did you watch them all?
I've watched the whole thing.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
I've been dying to have somebody who else has watched Squid Game because I have nobody to talk to about this other than my family members.
And Jamie hates it. The whole time we're watching, he's like, this is so stupid. And I'm like, you shut up. This is fantastic.
Let me just tell you, the nights that we would watch it before I went to bed, I couldn't sleep.
Do you have nightmares?
And turning all night long.
I know, and you have bizarre dreams because this show really
intense.
messes with your mind.
It's intense.
Yeah, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So,
you knew that we couldn't not talk about something really bizarre while you were here.
So October is Polio month.
Okay.
And specifically, October 24th is Polio Day across the world. So I don't know, people know what Rotary is for the most part. They understand that it's a civic organization. We do a lot in the community. Some of our service projects are the Hope Haven Picnic. where we have
Big
all the
time,
kids.
yes.
Kids come down to Manpower Park. We feed them lunch, interact. We have games. It's just a great day for them to get out and
Sure.
then we have the
have fun.
and have fun. Exactly. And then we have the senior citizen pancake supper, which we generally have this time of year. Not able to have it the last 2 years because of the pandemic, but all of the proceeds from that dinner go to the senior citizens.
Right.
So
That's fantastic.
we do those things. The structure in the park in Manpower Park, the
shelter
house.
Yes.
That was donated by Rotary.
Which is a big project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The concession stand and bathrooms changing area that's down at the middle school track.
Okay, yeah.
It's the high school's track. That was a Rotary project.
Really? I didn't know that.
So, Rotary's done a lot for the community and a lot in the community, but they're not just a Jackson organization. They're an international organization.
Correct.
And polio has been one of their kind of flagship projects that they have taken on.
Right.
So,
and not polio like, hey, let's all go get polio. Like, let's eradicate
polio.
Like, it needs to be gone.
Exactly. So I just wanted to kind of bring some awareness to it and talk about some of the events that we're having this month to help eradicate polio throughout the world. Rotary is an international community that brings together leaders who step up to take up the world's toughest challenges. So it's not just about eradicating polio, it's about providing clean water.
Correct.
So when you talk about polio plus, the plus means that we're really taking on clean drinking water throughout the world, because that
Things
is
that
how
we don't deal with here in the U.S.
Exactly. Because that's how polio spreads is in drinking water typically.
Okay.
Mostly affects children, and I think all of us know somebody who had polio as a child.
Yes.
Fewer and fewer people, obviously, because the United States has not had those cases.
Correct.
Because everybody's
we
been
have
vaccinated.
vaccines.
That's right.
Sure.
Because we have vaccines. So over the years, we have helped immunize more than 2.5 billion children against polio in 122 countries.
Wow.
We've reduced polio cases by 99.9% worldwide, and we won't stop until the disease is gone for good. But just to kind of give you a timeline, in 1894 was the first year that there was ever a case of polio in the United States, and it happened in Vermont. There were 18 deaths and 132 people were paralyzed.
Man.
So polio is it's a virus.
It is a nasty
virus, and it can cause paralysis.
Yes.
And so that was the first time that anything like that had come to the United States.
If you don't know, that's where the old iron lung and all of that came in, because people needed help breathing because their bodies were paralyzed and they couldn't
do it on their own.
They couldn't do it on their own.
Right.
And it was, could your body fight the virus and then you could recover from it? But there were so many folks that obviously had long-term effects from it. They were probably wheelchair bound, or they never got the use of an arm or a leg or whatever. It just damaged them.
Mm-hmm.
It was so sad.
Yeah. In fact, I was talking to a customer not long ago who he was telling me a story of his friend, and he was correlating it to the vaccines now. But he said he has this friend who they both lived in New York City for a short time.
Okay.
And his friend would come over to visit him, and he was on the 10th floor or something, and they would walk up the stairs, and the friend would get winded. He'd go up a floor and he'd have to stop and he'd get winded.
Oh.
And it was because he'd had polio as a child, and he just was not in that same physical shape that his friend was.
It damaged him for life.
He'd stop at a floor and he'd say, "Darn it, why didn't my parents just get me the vaccine?" It's because his parents didn't want him to have vaccine at that time. But
gotcha. Hey, that sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah. So 1916, a major outbreak in New York City killed 2,000 people across the United States. Wow. 6,000 people died. Tens of thousands were paralyzed. In 1929, that iron lung was invented. In 1955, a vaccine was declared. safe and effective. 1960, the oral polio vaccine was licensed. And in 1979, Rotary took up the fight to help end polio, and they vaccinated 6 million children in the Philippines.
Wow.
So that was the very first Rotary initiative.
That's awesome.
1985, Rotary launched Polio Plus. Again, Polio Plus is eradicating polio, but also providing clean drinking water. And in 1988, there were 350,000 cases of polio in 125 countries. So 1988, just think about the timeline here. 1988, there were still 350,000 cases in 125 countries.
Wow.
In 1994, polio was finally completely eliminated from the Americas, from North and South America, completely gone.
Okay.
So from 1894 to 1994, 100 years it took to completely eradicate it.
Whoa.
From the Americas. 2006, the polio endemic countries drops to only 4.
Wow.
And then in 2021, we now only have 2 countries that have cases of polio.
Really?
Yeah. So, but the problem is, if you don't eradicate it completely,
then it comes back.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Absolutely. So, to talk about
there's a lot of parallels as to what we're dealing with now versus back then.
Right. Other than the fact that we have better technology now, so we're able to create vaccines much faster.
So we came up with a vaccine in 2 years versus, what was it, 16 to...
It was from 1894 to 1955.
So,
Yeah.
we came up with one like that.
Right.
So anyway,
Right.
that's kind of wild.
So we actually have 3 events for Rotary that are going on this month.
Okay.
The first is Dough for Donuts.
Whoop, whoop.
And thank you to our partners at the Treatery, Downtown Treatery. So for a $2 donation, you will get one of these purple certificates. You can take it to the Downtown Treatery, and they will give you a free purple iced donut. And obviously the purple is the color of polio.
Correct.
So they are...
Oh, thanks, James.
Thanks, James.
That's our high budget Zoom.
That's right. So you can get, for a $2 donation, you'll get one of these certificates, take it in the Treatery. They'll give you a donut for free. And that $2, $1 of it's going to Polio Plus, and the other $1 is going to staying local for local scholarships. So thank you to the Downtown Treatery and they kind of developed that purple icing and, for us. And so
it's custom.
That's right. We appreciate that. And they are so tasty.
Oh,
So
who doesn't want a donut from the Treatery?
That's right.
Yeah.
So you can get those from any Rotarian that you know. Our Interact students at Jackson High School are also selling them. So that's our junior version of Rotary.
Oh, okay.
So they've got those. And then also you can stop by the Jackson Library and if you would like to donate and get a coupon.
Oh, okay. Very good.
And then the other big event that we're having to fight polio, we're having it 6 cents. Thank you very much for sponsoring and partnering with us on that. Saturday, October 23rd.
Yep.
In conjunction with the fun run. So beginning at 11 o'clock, we are going to do a Pints for Polio.
Yes.
So that's going to be pretty exciting. It's the first event we've done like this. We are going to be selling 50/50 raffle tickets.
Yes.
And also painting purple pinkies. So if you would like for a donation, if you would like to have your pinky painted purple to show that you are supporting the Polio Plus, then we can do that as well. We'll also have the Dough for Donuts coupons there to sell. And generously, $1 from every beer will be donated to Polio Plus from 11 to 7.
That's right. And come in. And we did start the fun run a couple of weeks ago, and that has been just fun.
Yeah, it has been. I got to go last week. I haven't been able to go to the earlier ones, and I don't know how many more I'm going to be able to make it to, but I tell you what, that was a lot of fun. That was
our whole point.
And you just see, you see people, and most people are walking. Let's be honest. Not everybody's running.
Well, and that's why everyone, there's so many breweries that start a run club. And Jamie and I are like, I said, why don't we call it a fun club? I don't care whether you rollerblade. I don't care whether you crawl. I don't care what you do. Just come and have fun.
Right?
Yeah.
And we took Daisy.
Yes,
went
your
for a
doggy.
walk,
Yes.
And she walked us around the block a few times.
She did a couple times, yeah.
But it was good for her because she got to socialize a little bit and she got to get some of the energy out. And then she got a nice drink afterward when we sat down and had our donuts and beer. And
yes.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, and that's the whole point, is just to have fun. So this one will be October 23rd.
That's right, October 23rd, part of the fun run, and then Pints for Polio. We'll have a couple of Rotarians there setting up, and we'll be selling the purple pinkies and the dough for donuts from the treatery, and then again having that 50-50 raffle. And if anybody's interested in joining Rotary and being part of this,
or talking
with us,
yeah,
we'll be there to talk about that as well.
And that's the main thing, is it's just an information session, but also you're supporting an amazing
organization. Yeah.
And before anybody gets all upset, the Rotary is running the 50-50 and all of that.
That's right.
Not the brewery, because that's not okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do. That's
all
completely
of this,
separate.
Yes, all of this goes to them.
That's right. That's right.
Before you start calling liquor control on me.
Oh, nobody would do that, would they? But no, so thank you to our corporate sponsors and partners. We really appreciate the local businesses stepping up and helping us with this.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure.
And the most exciting thing is, if you went to the Apple Festival, or even if you didn't go to the Apple Festival and you missed the Rotary mushrooms, guess what? They're back.
They're back.
So on October 19th, we will be having a Rotary dinner at Christ United Methodist Church from 11 to 6. We are offering the deep fried mushrooms, baked steak sandwiches, and deep fried pizza rolls for the kiddos.
Yes.
And let's be honest, it's not just the kiddos.
Kids, are you kidding me? What kid? Well,
I mean,
maybe we are kids, but
we're kids at heart.
Yes. All of that.
But my goodness, those deep fried pizza rolls are so good, aren't they?
I'm just going to tell you.
I had one of my coworkers.
Life-changing.
I had one of my coworkers say, "Do you think that people are going to judge me if I want one of each thing?" And I said, "Hey, girl, no judgment.
I'm going to
get them all. Yeah, absolutely."
Right.
So fried mushrooms with your choice of cocktail sauce or ranch.
Yep.
Baked steak sandwiches, and then the fried pizza rolls, and then we have drinks as well. We are asking people to try to pre-order just so we know how many mushrooms. I mean, mushrooms are one of those things you buy and they go bad so quickly, and you're stuck with them. Like, if we don't, you can't send mushrooms back.
No.
So we just want to know how much to order. So
absolutely.
If you could talk to a Rotarian, tell them you want a dinner. We are offering delivery in Jackson if you would like it delivered. Ooh. And we're offering pickup at Christ United Methodist Church. So you can just drive through and we'll hand it out to you.
So kind of like, if you think about it, when Carmen comes in and talks about the Kiwanis spaghetti dinner, and we did that last year where you could just drive through and pick it up and keep on going, which is what Jamie and I did. Same thing.
Absolutely.
So you can come. You don't even have to come inside if you don't want. Although you're more than welcome to, right?
Right. Well, you can come in and order it if you want to, but we'll have people right there on hand that if you haven't pre-ordered, inside? We're not allowing people to
not
eat
dine
in.
in. Just
not dining
come in and pick it up.
Yeah, we had intended to allow people to eat in, but things are a little dicey right now. So we're not going to do that.
Okay.
But you can give me a call if you'd like, 418-0856, and place your order if you'd like. If you don't pre-order, it doesn't mean you can't pick it up that day or place an order that day. It just means we're just trying to get an idea of how much to order. So
correct.
So again, that is October 19th from 11 to 6 at Christ United Methodist Church.
That's so fun. And just give them a ring and magically the mushrooms will show up.
That's right. My sister sent me a text and she's like, "I'm considering driving from Pittsburgh for this day." She missed her Rotary mushrooms.
I can see that. That's absolutely true. Very good.
Yeah,
so that's
exciting.
another thing that you all are doing.
Mm-hmm. And all the money from that does go to local scholarships. So last year we were able to give 4 scholarships to Jackson High School seniors. Yeah.
So buy mushrooms, enjoy them, and know that you're doing. It's like a double
That's
good
right.
thing.
Exactly.
It's like win-win.
You get
I
to
get
enjoy the
mushrooms.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
Giving back to the community.
That's right. And
That's
pizza
right.
rolls.
Yum yum. Which are being donated by Bellisio. So I want to give a shout out to them as well. So we appreciate them.
Is it? Yeah. Is it weird if you just order it all and eat it all at the same time?
No, not weird at all. Or
if you're gonna go for it,
if you just feel like that's too much, then you could like order mushrooms and a baked steak for lunch, and then pick up pizza rolls and more mushrooms for dinner. Whatever you want.
Because this is an all-day thing,
It
11 to 6.
Thing. That's right.
You have lunch and dinner times in there.
That's right.
Her little devious mind is working.
That's
I like
right.
it. So good. Right.
So, yeah, that's what's going on. Got a lot of stuff. It's a busy month.
It is. And, James, we should probably talk about this too while we're here. And this has nothing to do with Rotary or polio, but it does have to do with the Oak Hill Area Chamber of Commerce because they have that annual pumpkin walk.
What a fun time that is.
Which is a blast. But this is the weekend. It's not this weekend, but this is the weekend where you pick up your pumpkins that you decorate for the pumpkin walk. So there will be free pumpkins available today from 5 to 6 and tomorrow from 10 to 11 a.m. at the Oak Hill Festival Flag stage by the Village Building. And then you must carve your pumpkin and bring it back to Central Memorial Park between 5 and 6:30 on October 16th. So you get your pumpkin this weekend and then you have time to plan.
Hey, what a great way to support the Oak Hill community, but also, I mean, they're giving you the free pumpkin. And then you get to go home and carve it with your family.
Right.
And then everybody else
decorate
gets to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get to keep your pumpkin. I mean, so it goes on display and they have the pumpkin walk and then you actually get to take it home after that. So, that's a very good thing. So wanted to let you know about that because it's this weekend.
And so next Wednesday, Curtis Strickland, who's the president of the Oak Hill Chamber, is going to come in and talk about the event in some more detail with us.
Oh, okay. Very good. So we'll have that too. And funniest pumpkin. They're going to have contests for like best painted and funniest and scariest and all that stuff. So it's always a good time. And that's an Oak Hill. All right.
Very good. So
Rotary mushrooms, if you missed them, they are coming back Tuesday, October 19th.
So exciting.
Look at that. It is I'm kind of digging the baked steak thing on the left. That looks pretty darn good too.
Oh yeah. I love a good baked steak sandwich. Some pickle and mustard.
It's just good. Is that a regional thing or is baked steak like a thing? I feel like that's a Appalachian
thing. It could be.
We need to figure that out. It's like what's the other one called?
I think they call it like chopped sirloin and other, you know what I mean? Like they have similar things. They just don't call it.
They don't call it baked steak. And then there's one that's kind of like tomato based. What's that one called?
Good question. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, mom makes that sometimes.
What is it called?
I can't think.
Why can't I think of what it's called?
Yeah.
It's bugging me. And I feel like that's kind of a regional or Ohio thing too.
But that's pretty yummy too.
Now that so Jamie and I started our diets on Monday, so I'm really hating life right now. Like I'm really hating life.
We start Tuesday.
Yeah. Not good. I mean, it's just gotten, you can only blame COVID pounds for so long.
Right.
And throwing caution to the wind and just eating everything that you see before you finally have to all right. So we were like, okay, have to pick a date. So October it was.
Well, we're going to hit it hard for a couple weeks and then, you got the holidays coming up.
I know.
There's never a good time to diet.
There is never a good time to diet. And it's like one of those where, and we have found that we either need to go hard or don't. Like, there's no in between of, well, we'll just be bad today. And then,
Right.
then it's just, it never comes.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have to be very. But do you know how hard it is to not eat French fries at Archinetti's when you, like,
I would
walk
say,
through the kitchen and,
yeah.
like, there's, like, someone, you know, one
Mm-hmm.
is just there and it's there and all of this stuff.
Well, now that I only have one child at home, I have vowed, and he's a pretty good eater. So I'm vowing to get rid of all the junk out of my house.
Like all the sugary cereal and all that
all
stuff.
that crap. Yes. Chips, all that stuff's gone starting next week.
See, it's just Jamie and I. So I will say that does make it a lot easier because it's just like, if we don't have it, you can't eat it.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yes, I have been a bit on the starving, grumpy side. It's not like it's fun. The pounds better start falling off, or I'm not gonna. I need something to like, you know, like make me feel like I'm accomplishing something.
It's either lose some weight or go get another new wardrobe, and I don't want to do that.
Well, and it's like we were talking to one of our beer reps yesterday, and we got on the subject of dieting and whatnot. And he was just like, dude, he said, I was much, much, much bigger 2 years ago. And he said, I went to the doctor, and this kid's like 27. And he said, so I go to the doctor, I'm 25 years old, and I weighed 350 pounds, and I had all of these issues and whatever. And they were like, if you don't lose weight, you're going to die at 27 or whatever. So he lost 100 pounds, and he was like, I feel like $1 million.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, even just losing 5 or 10 pounds can make
absolutely.
all the difference in the world. It helps your blood pressure. It helps cholesterol. It helps all that stuff.
Right. And it's not really about vanity as much as it is about feeling.
It's just
feeling better.
You feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than you just don't feel good while you're starving to death.
Right.
That's a whole other story.
As you angrily snap that piece of celery.
Oh, that celery is delicious. Love it.
Oh, shoot.
And you know, it's funny. There's all these substitutes for stuff.
Yeah. No.
Let's find a pasta substitute.
Oh,
no,
right?
There's no. Zucchini noodles ain't getting it. It's not working.
Just not the same, is it?
So I want to tell on Courtney because I think she's watching right now. She texted me last night and she said, "Oh, Amanda's coming in and it's almost Halloween.
She did.
We should play the video of Michael Myers scaring Amanda." And I said, "All right, we'll do it, Courtney, but you have to come up here and take some of the heat from Amanda for us doing it."
That's true.
And she just starts making up the excuses for why she can't come in this morning.
I can't. People on
I'm
vacation.
so busy
I've got
down there.
Things to do.
Yeah. I'm not willing to take all the heat from Amanda for showing the Michael Myers video. And since Courtney is not here to share in that,
I will have to say, you guys got us good.
Oh my goodness gracious.
We both literally lost our minds for a minute.
You know what? It is worth viewing. I mean, it's
a pretty good.
It was a pretty good setup.
If y'all don't remember this, Amanda and I are sitting here doing this show, and there's a door right.
Well, we can just watch it.
Yeah. But we gotta kind of say because they don't see what's happening, right?
No, they can see it.
Oh, can they?
So they can see it.
And there's a knock on the door.
We need to preface it by like explaining how we had just talked earlier in an earlier segment about whether we're a fight or flight type of person.
Correct.
What we do when we're scared, whether we scare easily or not. And
like, are you the person that runs to the fire or from the fire, or you just pass out and die in front of the fire?
Right.
Which is what you said you are.
Which is what I do. I just crumple into a pile.
So that's kind of what we were talking about, and then all of this happened. All right, well, there you go. There's your ice cream and candy discussion for the day.
You all cared so much.
What is that?
Is it Damien? Or whatever his name
Isaac?
is. Isaac?
I don't know. Maybe it's late breaking news. What is it? We
Is
can't
that
see.
a person or a statue? Tell me that thing is not
Why would
going-
you do that? That is horrible. I didn't know. Why are you telling? I didn't do it. I've been here the whole time.
Go away! That is evil! I don't... You gotta see what it is.
Oh, you're gonna have to move the
My problem was I didn't know what... I was freaking out because I thought that was a human. Like I thought like
somebody
it was going
was
to come
standing- yes.
walking in.
Yeah.
But it was luckily
It was a
just a
mannequin.
mannequin.
But what?
We
It
used
was
to like
terrifying, though.
we used to like James and Courtney.
But what? What adds to it was this. This was the day before that.
Amanda, have you watched your back lately?
Washed my back?
Watched it.
I don't know why.
Just saying, you need to watch your back today.
Do I have a kick me sign on the back of me? I don't know. Okay. She's making me nervous.
He's gonna get you.
Oh! Freddie!
He who walks behind the rose.
What? Malachi? What?
I can't believe you didn't see him this whole time. God, we were evil. So funny.
Oh,
I mean, that
shoot.
thing was up for days, wasn't it? Before she noticed.
I mean, it was definitely up all that day, maybe the day before.
I feel
don't
like it
remember.
was like
Well,
up
we-
for
Every day, I think Courtney added something else to all that,
and like
so that was why it was easy to miss things.
I'm usually pretty observant, too. That was a fun week,
that was
in retrospect.
No, it's funny now. It was not funny then. No, I literally, my heart stopped when that door opened and Michael Myers was standing there because I thought that he was going to walk through.
Oh, good times
Little
here
children
at Main
of the
Street
corn.
TV.
Yeah. You know, tis the season for, though, it's funny, like you're flipping through the TV, you know, and it's like
Right.
just some random scary movie on and you're like, I feel like I need to watch it because it's October.
Well, did you watch like The Haunting of Hill House and then there was The
No.
Haunting of Bly Manor was
I have
the second
not,
one?
I have not watched those.
Okay, well now
Are they
we're in
good?
they are very good. Oh yeah.
Is that a
they're very, very
Netflix
good.
thing or is that
It's
on?
Netflix.
Okay.
So The Haunting of Hill House was the first one.
Okay.
And then The Haunting of Bly Manor was last year.
Okay.
And then this year it's called Midnight Mass.
So are they completely separate?
They're completely separate stories. The only thing that they have in common is they use the same actors. And it's the
Oh.
same director and producer. So basically they take the same group of people and then they give them, and they pepper in some new actors here and there. But
Okay.
the same, definitely 3, 4, 5 of the actors are the same in each of
But
them.
the stories do not continue.
They do
on.
not. They're completely different. Like the first one was, oh gosh, I think that it was like Hill House was in upstate New York or something maybe. And then the second one, Bly Manor, was actually in England.
Okay.
And then this one is on a remote island off of New York.
Oh.
So it's just like this little island that only has like 124 people that live there.
Nice.
But so the one of the main characters that's in each of them is Elliot from E.T.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
All grows up.
All grown up. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, they're a lot of fun and scary, and
Well, and tis the season again for watching that.
it is
And Squid Game.
Squid Game.
So if y'all haven't
Holy
watched Squid Game
smokes. It is not for the faint of heart, I will tell you that.
or small children,
Or no.
do
small
not
children
sit
either.
down. So I was trying to explain this to Courtney yesterday, and I'm like, the only thing that I can tell you is it's like Willy Wonka meets
Meets
Hunger Games meets Saw
Oh, or what's the one where The Purge?
or Purge. Yeah.
Willy Wonka meets The Purge.
Like, intense was the word I used,
Yeah,
and
it is
then
intense.
that was the word that you used
It
as
is
well.
very intense.
And it just starts right off the rip, and you're like, oh, this is how this is going to go.
And the first episode, it's character building, and you're trying, they're just getting to learn the characters, and then holy smokes.
So, yeah, and so Squid Game, if you don't know, thank you, James. There it is. It's on Netflix, and it's
a South Korean series.
Yeah, so
And
it's kind of it takes you about 10 minutes to get past the dubbed
voices,
because
right.
they're speaking in South Korean, but they put English on top of what these people are saying, kind of like an old kung fu movie,
Right.
if you think about it that way.
Exactly.
So it takes you a minute to get past that, but after that, you're just like. But some of the voice, I will say, some of the voices that they put on these characters, you're like,
I know, right?
no.
Well, and do you ever think it funny that so the majority of the characters all have American accents for the most part.
Yes.
The old guy has a South Korean accent.
He does.
And then the Pakistani guy has a Pakistani accent.
Yes.
But the rest of them all have American accents. It's bizarre.
It
but
is
if
weird.
you can get past those voices,
The quirky stuff.
and then it almost becomes endearing.
Yes, it does. Because there's this lady, and she's literally certifiably insane.
And she's got a squeaky voice.
And she just talks 100 miles an hour all the time, and you're just like... and she's literally crazy.
She is crazy.
So,
yeah.
But... So, no, I have not watched all of the episodes. I believe that we are 6 in.
Okay.
So we've been watching 2 a night. So there's 4 more to go, because I think it's only a 10 episode series, right?
Was episode 6 Marbles?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That was a crazy episode.
Yeah, that was the one we watched last.
Oh man! I'm telling you.
Listen, again, if you Squid Game, so it's for some reason it's just become the biggest thing on Netflix. It's like the Tiger King, except for South Korean horror movie or series, but not quite as. It's insane in a whole different way than the Tiger King. But no, they are saying that this is lining up to be the biggest series that has ever been aired on Netflix. And I have no idea.
You know what? Okay, so that just
why, but
makes me wonder about the state of humanity.
Fair statement, because this thing is all over the place.
It is.
Again, do not watch it with your kids. I'm just telling you.
I mean, Ted Lasso, it is not.
No, it is not Ted Lasso.
Sorry. Ted Lasso is definitely a feel good.
Yeah, a little lighthearted. Yeah.
It's the complete opposite. It's the antithesis of Ted Lasso.
Yes, you take Ted Lasso and then you run across the country, and then there's Squid Game. but
good. But still good.
Yeah, so,
very good.
Yeah.
Amanda, I think you mentioned that you had been watching Only Murders in the Building,
Yes,
too.
Only Murders in the Building.
I think next week is the finale of that.
Wait, what is that?
Okay, so it is Martin Short and Steve Martin back together again.
Are you kidding? The Three Amigos?
The Three Amigos, minus Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase replaced by Selena Gomez.
That's right. So Selena Gomez and Martin Short and Steve Martin all live in this same building in New York City.
Okay.
And somebody within their building is murdered.
Is this Netflix again?
It is not. It's Hulu.
It's on Hulu, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So somebody in their building gets murdered, and it's just determined that it's been a suicide, but they don't believe it's a suicide. So they start a podcast. talking about the murder, and they are going to solve the murder on their own. And it's Steve Martin and Martin Short, so you can imagine the antics that they have.
I'll bet.
But it's fantastic. It's a lot of fun.
So is it a funny?
It's funny.
series? Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny, but then it's got, a little bit of drama and mystery in it too.
Yeah, it's a good like murder mystery, but it's kind of like Clue. I
Right.
think would be a good thing to compare it to.
Right. Yep.
But I think next week is the finale of that,
Yeah.
so that's exciting.
I haven't gotten to watch this week's episode yet, so.
There's so many twists and turns.
I will say that we did go on a hiatus of good TV for a minute because of COVID and whatever. And, Stranger Things is going to come back and the kids are going to be 42. But no, there are definitely some things starting to come back. So November 7th is a great day because you have Yellowstone and there's like 3 or 4 other major like series coming back that day. So excited.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, this Yellowstone thing, I've just really, it's so good. So good.
I need to start watching it again.
Yeah.
I think HD would like it too, so I think we'll have to pick that one up.
It's fantastic because I'll tell you, Yellowstone's one of those shows where it appeals to everybody because you have like the love stories but you have like pretty scenery and horses and the western part of it, and then you have beautiful people running around, and then you have like the drama and the like action part too, and just kind of appeals, I feel like, to everyone.
Yeah.
So.
Did you watch 9 Perfect Strangers?
No.
That was good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to write
that
down.
was also on Hulu.
Okay. I don't have Hulu, so.
See, you're gonna have to, and you don't have Hulu. That's what what's the name of the show? Courtney, what's the name of the show with the Handmaid's Tale? Hulu.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen that either.
Yeah. See, oh my goodness
Missing out.
gracious, you are missing out.
Well, Jen's going to have to get HBO Max too because she's got to watch The Sopranos movie.
I know,
Yes.
the Sopranos movie. I haven't gotten to see that either. You know what the ironic thing is? Jamie and I were paying for HBO forever because
Game of Thrones.
of Game of Thrones. And literally last month, he was like, why are we paying for HBO? I'm like, I have no idea for Game of Thrones. Like, we haven't watched it since. And he canceled it. And I'm like, oops.
Well, and now there's going to be another, like, there's going to be the Game of Thrones prequel coming, right?
Yes.
So I think you might have to start that subscription again.
Yeah, I think so. Because I have to watch the Sopranos movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HBO Max also has Doom Patrol, which is a delightfully weird superhero TV show that just started its 3rd season.
Nice.
It is. I haven't watched Squid Game, but I would say it's probably on par with the kind of weird factor of that, with maybe a little bit less horror. It stars Brendan Fraser as a race car driver that dies in an accident and is brought back to life as a Tin Man-esque robot, and a group of other sort of misfit superheroes. But it's really funny and really weird. One of my friends worked on the 1st season in the costume department,
That's neat.
It's a real cool, real weird show.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of
check that one
there's
out
a lot
too.
of gems on HBO Max. It's worth
Yeah.
it.
Absolutely.
Dang it. I'm like, how did I pay for it all this time and never watched it, and then I cancel it, and now there's all this stuff on there I want to watch. So.
Yep.
Oh, well. What the heck?
Right.
Yep. So what the heck else is going on in Amanda's world? You said that you're going to do some traveling this weekend. That's exciting.
We're headed to Tucson for a few days, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Just getting out of Dodge.
If you haven't had the opportunity, which we've been fortunate enough to, but to travel out west to go to Arizona, number one, you're like, how am I still in America? Like because we live here, and then there's the West,
Right.
and it's so
Starkly different.
different. You go to Arizona, and the only grass that you see is literally on a golf course. Oh yeah, thanks, Josh. Many Saints of Newark is also playing at the Silver Screen.
Yeah, I didn't realize
Oh,
it was
I didn't
playing
realize
locally.
that.
Oh,
I mean, I
please,
thought
so
you
its
can-
release was pretty limited. I didn't realize that we
Yeah.
had it so close.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh. Good point. But yeah, gosh, Arizona is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I happen to be a ginormous turquoise fan, so.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you feel the need to bring me back any kind of turquoise jewelry,
Okay.
I will be so happy. But that's okay. I understand if you don't. But no, there's just, it is just so lovely out there. And it's just such a neat, like people are kind and
Yeah.
it's just really neat.
Yeah, those saguaro cacti that are just, I mean, they are the iconic, thing that you think of when you think about
When you think of Arizona and the
in
West.
the West.
And if
Yeah.
we were talking off the air, but if you haven't been out, and the funny thing is the wildlife. So, Bugs Bunny and the Roadrunner, there are actually real life roadrunners.
Yeah.
And they are a hoot. And you will actually just see them out and about in Arizona. It's pretty neat stuff.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that. So that's good. Just want to mention, again, that the Jackson County Banking Center is open on McCarty Lane.
That's right. I was going to ask you what's going on over there.
Still great rates on mortgages. And if you've seen that commercial for Zelle, have you seen the commercials for Zelle at all? Like where the guy names his dog Zelle, and there's so anyway, we have Zelle.
Yes.
So it's part of you. It could be part of your app.
Yes.
So instead of using PayPal or Venmo or Cash App or Apple Pay or whatever,
You can directly link.
you can use Zelle, and
Yes.
it's safe. It's it's part of your bank, app.
Yes.
So we do have that feature now as well.
Very good. And yeah, I've used Zelle numerous times, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
The day of having to send someone a check or listen, make it easier on the restaurateur or the waitress or server. And, people now go out to lunch and share it, and somebody pays and somebody
Right.
Zells them half of
Right.
it.
Exactly. Right. So that the waitress doesn't have to split the check, and
Right.
then
Or if you have cash, then it gets really complicated
exactly.
and confusing. Or somebody has a credit card and somebody has cash, or
Right.
vice versa. It's just weird. So
yeah.
yeah, but these apps are great. I mean, we have people pay us rent over them because it's just you're not have to physically write a check and mail it and
Right.
do all that stuff. It's
Right.
just there it is.
That's right. So, and it's safe because it's through your bank. So
Exactly.
it's good stuff.
So mortgage rates, they're continuing
They
to
are-
kick butt.
They are still great. If you haven't refinanced yet, it's still a good time to do it. So,
Okay.
or if you just need some extra money, I mean, our home equity lines are still, the rates on those are fantastic.
Yes.
And just need some extra money and you've got some equity in your house, that's a great route too. And there are no, I don't think there are any closing costs for those. And it's only $150 or something a year to
keep it
Keep it
open.
open.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
That's always such a good crutch. Like, say, for example, you need a new roof and you don't want to fork all that cash out at one time. You can use your home equity line. You can say, okay, it's a $6,000 roof. I'm going to pay $2,000 back in 3 months.
Right.
And then
Right.
it's paid for and you don't have to worry about it. Like,
Exactly.
it's just so handy to have.
that's exactly right. Just
easy
to have that
access
in
to-
case something goes, or if you have an air conditioner
like
that goes out or
Emergency
something.
thing.
Right.
Even.
Yes.
That doesn't mean go on some fancy vacation.
Right,
I
right.
mean, you can, I guess, but
You
you're gonna have to
could.
pay it back.
You could. Right.
But yeah, it's really good for things like that where you just don't want to fork all that out at one time.
Right.
You can
Yeah.
pay it back over time.
Yeah. So some great rates there. So if you're looking to refinance or to purchase or to
Yes.
get that home equity line, we've got some really great rates still.
In the Jackson Baking Center right here, number one, it's a beautiful facility. If you haven't been out, you need to check it
Just
out.
stop in.
But man, it is just the people there are fantastic. They truly are, and this is me talking, not Amanda talking. I really feel like they're kind of the last local-minded bank, and there will be people to argue with me about that, and I understand, because it seems as if I'm slamming local people that work at local
Right,
banks.
and that's not it.
But it's about what I'm talking about is treating people like a local bank,
Right. Well,
where you're
and-
not just a number
right.
anymore.
And there are
stuff like
great
that.
people working at all of our
All
local
of them.
banks.
This is not about local. I probably just ticked everybody off.
But
Like, this isn't about the
unfortunately-
people that are local that
Mhm.
work at local banks. So we understand that. It's the mindset of the institution.
That's right. That's right. And just the fact that we are still local, so the decisions are all made local. I mean, so
Correct.
many other times the regional banks, their hands are tied with things because
Correct.
they're not making the decisions. They don't, I mean, even though they know their customers, the people that are making the decisions don't know their customers.
Correct.
And we do know our customers. And so that makes a big deal.
Yep.
That makes a
You
big,
have that
big difference.
opportunity to just say, hey, you know, I went to high school with this guy. He's a good
Exactly.
guy,
Exactly.
and yeah, maybe he had a hiccup, but we're gonna take a chance on him or
Right.
whatever. You know, you
Yes.
still have that ability to make that decision. And that's cool.
Absolutely.
So, yep, get to the Jackson Banking Center, Benton County National Bank, and check it out on McCarty Lane. Although I will say, getting there right now is a bit of a
Yeah, you have to go down Veterans and
That'll be a
visit
few
that
days.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you're coming from Main Street and turn left there to go on McCarty Lane, it's blocked off. They're doing road repair right there, so you have to kind of go around. Or just cut through the Walmart parking lot. I didn't say
Or
that.
just stop in and say hi to me when you walk in. I'm the
Yeah.
first door to the left, so
Absolutely.
stop in and say hi and check us out.
Just be like, Amanda! Has anyone seen Amanda? No, that's fantastic. So, wow, you do have a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. A lot going on. So don't
Well-
forget, October 19th, Rotary Mushrooms are back. So
They
exciting.
are pizza rolls, baked steak, all of that available. And that will be at the Christ United Methodist Church right here in Jackson beside the police station. If you don't know where that is, 11 to 6. And if you would, you are asking for people to
I
call
am asking
ahead.
for pre-order. Yeah, 418-0856 if you want to pre-order. It's not necessary, but again, we're just trying to get an idea of how much to order.
It's all about, it's not about you, it's about helping them,
plan. Yeah.
So that's very cool.
Thanks for having me today, and
Oh, thank you.
thanks for the trip down memory lane, James.
Yeah, thanks, James, for
Thanks,
showing us
Courtney.
look like complete
And
idiots
Courtney,
again.
thanks a lot, Courtney.
And Courtney, yes.
Thanks a lot, Courtney.
She was a pal once. She used to be. Oh, man. All right. Well, we didn't do the weather.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
that's
people are
important.
wondering about the weekend weather, and if we can get through today, there is that pesky 60% chance of rain in the forecast, but highs in the mid 70s today, so that's awesome. Tomorrow, come out for the Fun Club tomorrow at the brewery, starting at 11 a.m. And look, it's going to be sunny and 78 degrees. Wow. I mean, hello.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Sunday, partly cloudy, highs around 81 degrees, and so on and so forth. Low 80s to high 70s all through next week. This is probably, I'm going to jinx this, one of the prettiest falls I can remember us ever having.
Absolutely. It's been beautiful. The weather's been fantastic.
We deserve it. Sorry. Just saying. After all of the COVID stuff that everybody's endured,
Right.
we deserve a beautiful fall to get out, to walk, to have a good time,
That's right.
and to diet.
To diet.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I love salad. It's so fun.
Yeah. For first couple of days. And then
Then you're like,
and then I'm like,
more
salad.
lettuce. Super.
Great.
So excited about that. So anyway.
honestly, I think I could eat well. I mean, I like vegetables.
Sure.
There are healthy foods that I like to eat.
Yeah.
I I just don't like to take the time to prepare it.
I know. Someone would just cook it for you
If I
every
could
day.
just have a personal chef.
Yes. And then it would take all the decision making out too. Like, you
Right.
just eat what I give you.
Yes.
And it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Super. I don't want to have to think about it. This
Yeah.
is fantastic.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You guys seen the quote from the actor that plays Rob on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia about when he got like super buff?
No.
He's like, it's super practical. Everybody should do it. All you need is a studio to pay for it, a personal chef to cook you healthy meals, a personal trainer to tell you exactly what exercises to do all day, every day,
That's right.
and and get somebody else to pay for it all.
It's super
practical.
easy.
Everybody should do it.
That's so true.
So my brother just, he's been here visiting from Thailand, and he just got back from walking part of the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah. Very cool.
Lost 22 pounds in 12 days.
He's such a boy.
Yeah.
Guys.
I mean, that's not the weight loss plan I would choose, but yeah. I mean, I guess that would do it.
Yeah. Walking the Appalachian Trail, I would
walking-
say so.
Yeah, like walking, 15 to 20 miles a day,
Yeah, I'd say that would probably get you.
carrying your food on your back.
Yeah.
That would do it.
And you think the less food that I have to carry, it would be easier. So
True. He said he really never, he ate a lot of ramen noodles, oatmeal, and granola bars, and doesn't ever want to see them again.
yeah, I can see that. We're all thinking, wow, that sounds really good. But after, like you said, about day 4, you'd be like,
Right.
that's it. All right. Well, thank you, Amanda, for coming and hanging with us today. It's always so fun to have you here.
It's been nice to be here, and it'll have to make sure I come back sooner next time.
Yep, that's right. And if you want to come back and remind people about these events, that would be fantastic too. So,
Great.
All right, everybody.
One
go ahead.
thing we should probably say
Yes.
and maybe start mentioning, I think we are on about a 2-week countdown for moving into our new studio.
Oh, very good.
So
Exciting.
that'll be here before we know it.
It will be here, and as Amanda said, October is just a crazy busy month anyway, so it'll just kind of fly by, and we get asked that all the time. When y'all moving?
Right.
So yeah. So hopefully here pretty soon in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be in the new place. So
Yep.
exciting.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you, and have a fantastic weekend. If you're one of those early Christmas decorators, this might be a really good weekend to get out and start thinking about that too.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. All right. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you right back here on Monday.
Bye-bye.